Okay, here we go. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Winning the Game Live, where we talk about what it really takes to win the game of business and life. Now, these sessions are for business owners who want to think bigger, do bigger, and live bigger. Not just by chasing profit, but by building a business that gives you energy, joy, passion, and real freedom, whatever freedom and riches mean to you. Because here's the truth, business is a game, and if you're not playing to win, then you're just staying busy. Okay, today's topic is a big one. Your business is either growing or dying. Your business is either growing or dying. There's no middle ground. Now, that might sound a bit dramatic, but it's true. So let's unpack what that really means, and more importantly, what you can do to make sure your business and you are on the growing side of that equation. Think about it. Everything in nature is either growing or dying. A blade of grass keeps growing until it's cut, then it grows again. An oak tree doesn't stop halfway and say, you know what, 8 foot's good enough. I'll stop that growing, Lark. I'll stay here because it feels comfortable. A lion cub doesn't decide it's not going to be a lion. And in truth, everything living seeks its fullest expression. It seeks its fullest expression. And your business is no different. Think about it. Cash is your business's blood flow. Sales is its oxygen, and your systems and processes are its nervous system. And when everything flows, your business grows. When it stagnates, it starts to die. So, if your business isn't expanding, learning, adapting, or improving, it's not standing still, it's shrinking in relevance. It's losing market share and it's slowly fading. That's because while you might stay still, the market never does. Every day there's new competitors, there's new customers, and there's new opportunities that are emerging. And you're either growing with that or you're falling behind. No. Here's the truth that stings a little bit. Your business can only grow to the level that you do. Your business can only grow to the level that you do. And that means if you're not growing, your business can't. And that's why personal growth isn't a nice to have. It's your oxygen mask. So ask yourself, are you growing or are you dying? Now ask, how do you grow? Well, you can read books, but you don't read books for information. You read books for implementation, because implementation leads to transformation. You could learn something new and immediately put it into practice. You could, a great one is actually surround yourself with people who are going to stretch your thinking. Now, the truth is, growth isn't about knowing more, it's about doing something with what you know. And for instance, if you want to grow your business from £500,000 to £1 million, or from £1 million to 5 million, you have to start making decisions as if you've already running that larger business. Because when your mindset grows, your business follows. And every new level of thinking opens the door to a new level of results. So a good question might be, why don't more people want to grow? And the number one fear I hear from business owners is this, and it was definitely one of my fears in my early days of business. If I'm this busy now, how will I cope when we're bigger? And that fear, or what I came to realize, was that fear comes from two things. You're doing everything yourself, or you don't yet trust your systems or your team. And that means the real issue isn't growth, it's control. When you're scared to let go, you become the bottleneck. I was the bottleneck in my business because of that thinking. And that's where John Maxwell's law of the lid comes in, which is the first of his 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. Great book, by the way, highly recommend it. And that law says your business will never grow beyond your leadership capacity. Your business will never grow beyond your leadership capacity. So if your weakest skill is sales, your growth will stop at sales. If your weakest skill is marketing, that's your lid. If your weakest skill is delegation, as I found out, you become your own bottleneck. But here's the good news. You don't have to be brilliant at everything. You just need to hire, trust, and empower people who are. Every time you hold on to something that you shouldn't be doing, every time you avoid delegating, every time you tell yourself, no one can do this as good as me, or no one can do this like me, you're not just costing yourself time, you're costing your business money. Let me just put some numbers into that last statement. If your business turns over, let's say, £1 million a year, your time is worth £500 an hour. That's £1 million divided by 2,000 hours. That's the average hours that people work. So think about that. If your money is worth £500 an hour, and when you spend an hour doing £15 an hour tasks, things like admin, errands, fixing things, you're effectively throwing away £485 an hour. Think about that. £480 an hour. Are you really that flush? That means the growth you're avoiding isn't free. It's costing you hundreds of pounds every hour that you resist it. That's why growth isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about shifting from doing everything to causing things to happen. So you might be thinking, how can I move from surviving to thriving, Kev? Well, here's a simple 3-step challenge for you to carry out this week. Step 1 is to identify one area where you've become the lead. Now, that could be sales, it might be leadership, it could be delegation. Step 2 is to ask yourself, what would my business look like if it was 3 times bigger, and what decisions would I make differently? And then step 3 is to take one action today that aligns with the bigger version of your business. That might be recruiting some help. It might be automating a process, or it might be learning a new skill. And here's the truth. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It happens by intention. So remember, your business, like everything in nature, is either growing or it's dying. There's no middle ground. And you don't have to grow by working harder. You just have to grow by thinking bigger and acting smarter. Okay, thank you for watching me today. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'm going to answer some more questions. And tomorrow I want to ask a question that I was asked a few times last week: is what is business coaching, and why would I need one? And if you've got any questions, just drop me a message, DM me, or send me an email. And if there's a particular topic you'd like me to cover in a future live, let me know, because I'd love to include it. Now, you go out there and have a cracking day and keep growing. I'll see you tomorrow.